Hey, good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well this Tuesday morning. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Jaidev Chiba. I'm from Ujala Digital. I've worked with a number of you already, and we've been having some fun doing a number of events up to now. Today, what we want to do is really take you through the platform as an attendee. It's not often that people working in event management can actually be an attendee in an event, and you're always working on the sidelines or in the back office. And you must, those of you who know us now, we don't like doing PowerPoint slides that much. We rather give you a real experience on the actual platform itself. And having done a few events with yourselves at Vodacom, we felt it appropriate to take you through a presentation and an event, a mini event for Flooid themselves. So welcome to the Flooid team. Welcome to Helene and the team. It's really great to have you guys on board today. We're going to spend the next 90 minutes really showing you what the platform is capable of doing. And more importantly, we've had a lot of feedback from Vodacom and yourselves of the events we've had and other clients as well. And we've continually evolved that platform to be able to show you those capabilities. Interestingly, later on this morning, we have a meeting with Vodacom themselves, just giving them feedback on what we've done in terms of capabilities. So it's exciting. Every time you meet with us, we have something new to show you, at least of the people who have joined us before. You'll see new things happening on the platform. So I think look forward to today. We also have some interesting entertainment for you, and we're going to nominate a few of you to go into the back, into StreamYard, into the virtual studio, so you get to see what's it like to being on my side of the fence as well. So along with me, I have Mike Eidertson, who's my partner in this business and really the brains behind the platform. So, Mike, if I can call you on board onto the stage as well.
Jaidev, great being here and excited for the day today. We've got a lot of great things in store. We've even got new features that you haven't seen yet, Jaidev. So, yeah, it's going to do.
You always surprise me, Mike. So I'm looking forward to being surprised again today. So what have we got in store for our audience today?
Okay, so just firstly, a formal welcome to the Flooid team. We're so excited. I think the partnership to date has been incredible, and I think that we've really gelled well. I think your mantra, your values, your ideas and creativity have really helped push where our own game plan and development is. And today was really around trying to show you some of the features, some of the cool elements. It's all good and well. We're behind the scenes, we're in pitches together, we're in the coalface with the clients. But we haven't given you the experience from the audience's side, how it feels to be pulled on stage, the seamlessness of our new notification center and some of the new features coming up. But at a high level, Jaidev, we are just going through my agenda. We're going to do a little bit of audience interaction because, that's our thing. That's what we do. So we're going to do a little bit of audience interaction. From there, we're going to play just a 7-minute overview video, just because it's very quickly. We want something that was succinct and to the point, that gave the Flooid team the huge breadth of what you can do on the actual platform, because today we've made a bit of a micro event and kept it simple, but we want them to see the full extent. From that level, we're going to dive in a little bit and unpack each of those key areas about engagement and the importance of it, gamification and the importance of it, the AV studio, the fact that we can run a full AV experience online and the benefits that come along with that. We're then going to break out and have a lot of fun with a special guest we have secured for today to engage with our audience. And we're going to be needing 4 volunteers. And the best is that I think the 4 volunteers just in the live chat have identified themselves just by their interaction. And you can just see by people's personalities in the little interaction we've had already who would be great to pull up on stage. So we're going to have 4 guests join us on stage with our special guest. And from there, we are going to take everyone into a breakout room where, again, you're going to see the ease at which we can communicate and navigate. And we're going to have a quick debrief and close-off session from there.
Awesome, Mike. So I'm going to hand over to you to take it forward from now. Thank you.
So again, Flooid team, welcome. Really excited to have you part of the team and to be doing, and really just be doing the different type of events that we are doing with you. I know we've had some huge success, obviously, with winning the Innovation Hackathon Week between ourselves, but I think that's really just the tip of the iceberg, both for your relationship with Vodacom and your other clients in terms of what we believe can take place, where virtual events are going, and the type, I think this overall movement, there's so much momentum happening in the online event space. And it's really due to the massive amounts of benefits that online events have. The fact that people can join from all over the world. The fact that your speakers can present from a mobile phone, a laptop, a tablet, seamlessly without necessarily getting in a plane and going to a venue. The fact that your audience are so involved in the overall experience. Before, if you look in a room, someone would walk around with the microphone, and an audience member may be able to ask a question. Now you can literally get live engagement with the audience across all levels, and that's really some of the aspects that have defined these type of online events. The length of time they can live post the event, the interaction post the event as well. But I think that really tees me up for the first thing that we're going to be doing. And I'd like to know from you, the Flooid team, and our team, because our team have jumped on today. There's some features that they're very excited to see as well. So there's a number of us all in the room. And we would like to kick off with a quick little word cloud where I could ask each of you to please give me the role that you perform in the Flooid business. Our team, if you can give the roles that you perform in our business, so everyone can land up seeing what everyone is all about. And the first thing you're going to be noticing now is the action area. You will notice on the side of the screen over there, a message just went out. That's how we can communicate seamlessly. It's one of the ways we can communicate seamlessly with you as the audience. And you can now go in there. I could ask each of you of the Flooid team to type out your name. And Alex and our team, please type out your name. Type out your position and role that you perform. And a team, if I could ask you to do the same on our side. Of course, the developers are in there first. They're excited for the showcase today. So our development team, we have an incredible development team, some global players in the tech space. And what I love about what we're doing is so cutting edge. It's using serverless technology, which makes it super light. It makes it very interactive for people, throughout Africa with very little bandwidth constraints. They can jump in. Obviously, I can see event management coming through there strongly. And one of the things you're going to first start noticing on the word cloud is as more and more roles are popular and start appearing, you can see that they get a lot bigger. So there's obviously a couple of us, both on your and our team in the event management space. Design coming through there. Project administrator, that can only probably be somewhere between Carrie and Karen in terms of, just keeping the wheels on and keeping everyone moving forward. New business, that's a really nice one to have as well for you to see some of the features today. But now you can imagine that there's probably only 12, 13 of us in the room today. But look at already how you can engage the audience, how you can get a lot of these ideas coming through. As items become more popular, I'm going to actually vote among the items myself. I'm going to vote event management just for you to see how much bigger that gets as that vote comes through. And again, how that word starts separating itself from the balance of the overall words. And this is just one little way that you can end up getting your audience interactive and involved. And it's critical in the first 2 minutes of an event to get your audience engaging with you. This is one of the key mantras of online events. Get them typing, get them seeing, moving away from their emails, get them involved in this. And we normally run a sequence like this for about a minute or so, like we've done over here, just to get everyone involved. And then the idea is to follow it up quite quickly thereafter with something else, which really sets the tone and gets everyone used to the fact that this is a different type of an event. Beyond the 3D video that they've experienced, there is going to be something exciting happening in the background. So this is going to be leading up to a quiz that I'd like to have and some general knowledge items that I would like to see from you as an audience. As I said before, again, the whole idea behind this is that you want your audience to engage once or twice early on. They've come through this 3D arrival. They've heard the pumping music to get everyone excited. And now it's really around the quiz component and being able to get them to interact in a different way. So we've made it quite generic and something that's just very interesting. So the first question I would like to fly your way is, when did the first virtual event take place? And I'm going to pull up our live stats over here to see what is coming through over here. Alex, if we can go to question 1, please. So the question 1, when did the virtual event take place? I see we have January 1989. Geez, before this is, that's almost in the days of, I don't even think the internet was properly out there yet. That's an interesting answer out by our first vote of our audience. Let's see what other votes and what other areas are coming through from your side. So if I could have you just all go in there, look at the 3 different numbers that are available. And, when did the first virtual event take place? Was it January 1983? Was it April? Was it December? Was it January 2004? And just look at some of those dates. Alex, you can just look at our live data over there and see what's coming through. The purpose of what we are pulling up and taking out over here is that you can ask some very fun generic questions with the audience. And as people start changing and voting, I can see that there's been 17 votes already. And you can immediately see, so January, there was 11%. I see December is starting to creep up, December 2004. January 2009 being our second contender. And this is just one of the really fun components of what we do, is the fact that as audience members votes, as people change their votes, I can see 2 of you have just changed your vote there as well. That really allows this type of interaction to start taking place. And the answer is right. April 1993 is the first time an online virtual event took place. Everyone thought it took place with COVID. Everyone thought that was the first real momentum that took place around this. But there was a company in New York City that met in the Waldorf for a trade show. And the internet had just gone live. They saw the potential of this. And in the Waldorf in New York City, a virtual trade show was held that had extensive numbers, at least back in the day. To have 8,000 people enjoying a trade show on a dial-up connection was undoubtedly an amazing feat. But yes, that is the first answer. It was in April 1993. To our second question that I'd like to hear back from you, and I'm sure a lot of you have already filled it out over here. What percentage of growth do you think online events is going to have between 2020 and 2027? And the specific word over here is compound growth. And the reason I want to mention that is that we had this massive balloon and uptake in 2020 as everyone is forced with COVID to move online. But compound growth means that growth is going to continue year on year. In other words, it's not going to have a slowdown in momentum. And yeah, it's a significant number if the word is compound is there. So I see we've got 12% of you out of our 15 votes saying it's a temporary phenomenon, and 0% growth is coming. I see that we've got 6.3% of you, industries proving lucrative. In other words, it's a flash in the pan. It's a moment in time. I see the next tie in the lead over there is, major growth ahead. And you are right. For those of you chose 23.2%, it's here to stay. Forbes released an article end of June, having done a 6-month study amongst the Fortune 500, and then extending it out to over 3,000 other major businesses. And that was a significant study and projection that they've put forward, that this industry is going to be growing by 23.2%. And having had it explode onto scene, that is a significant number and a major feat, and something that we're very excited about, and why we wanted to really have a big discussion today with you and show you some of the capabilities of what can take place. So as we're moving down the agenda over here, I'd like to quickly play a 7-minute video for you that showcases every aspect of what we do in the event space. So this shows you from our 3D arrival and the importance of the 3D arrival. It covers the navigation and why arriving in a lobby, an auditorium, and moving through the process like that is so comfortable for people. There's a lot of new online event designs that have come out, but it doesn't always, particularly in the older markets. As soon as you're dealing with people over the age of 50, some of the newer designs feel very foreign to them, and you see huge amounts of drop-off. You really need things that are simplistic. I know there's a lot of big excitement around, having fully virtual events. Again, very, great for the early adopters, but for, again, as soon as you go down to your majority of people, your lower bandwidths, it becomes a huge inhibitor. which is why we believe we've got a perfect blend of both 3D and in 2D and how to use those elements. So with no further ado, I'd like to unveil and take you through a quick overview of what we do.
The world of events has evolved. Bigger audiences, higher levels of attendance, and the highest levels of audience interaction. Welcome to the future of compelling virtual events. Events that differentiate you from just another online meeting or face-to-face function. Attendees arrive at your 3D venue, experiencing the overall grandeur of the arrival as they enter the lobby. From here, they make their way to the auditorium, breakout rooms, and booths based on your event needs. With countless branding opportunities for sponsors and partners. For formal functions like your award ceremonies, the Gala Banquet Hall sets the tone for the glamorous function ahead. Simple and intuitive navigation that follows the same flow as a normal event. Arriving at the lobby, heading to the auditorium, gala banquets, breakout rooms, or booths. This is more than an online meeting tool or webinar. It has been developed to excite and surprise audiences with high levels of interaction. Set the tone by getting your audience involved as the event kicks off. Our engagement software updates your PowerPoint slides live. This gives each speaker the ability to truly interact with the audience using tools like word clouds for ideas, or just to kick off the conference by asking audience members where they are joining. Polls that unpack scenarios and create discussion points. Surveys for instant insights. Live quizzes to ensure your message has landed. Thought-provoking graphs and question and answer sessions that can appear as post-its on your slides. Online events don't just allow your audience to listen, but also to be involved at regular intervals throughout the conference. Let's talk about entertainment. Live music can be played as guests move from room to room, or have a virtual photo booth capturing the moments from across the globe. Expose your guests to global performances from renowned mentalists to amazing acts that introduce each topic. 45 different forms of gamification bring your brand, products, and message to life, popping onto the screen to challenge and surprise your audience. The incentive and rewards page allows guests to win prizes. By unlocking a badge, attendees get a chance to win. They will need to perform a specific action with your sponsors, for example, arriving in their booth, downloading a white paper, chatting, or watching a video to unlock a badge. Stay in touch with your guests through our communication center. You can send live messages to all guests or target a specific group of attendees. This allows you to direct the flow of your audience, sending them to auditoriums, breakout rooms, or offering limited time promotions. We understand that breakout rooms are about idea sharing, collaboration, and two-way communication. That is why we have our own embedded meeting tool in the breakout room, with all the controls you need. And the embedded collaboration tool spurs creativity, allowing you to take your guests through set phases in their thinking, capturing their ideas, adding images from Google, bringing it all together, while voting to see what resonated. Let's talk about certification and recordings. As each event ends, it becomes a recording for your guests to reference the material. This extends your reach and the event longevity. There is a 42% re-engagement rate from the audience who attended live, and 139% more attendance post the event from new attendees. Now let's award certificates. The platform attracts the amount of live and recorded video consumption to award any type of certificate, including CPD, which can include practice number, governing bodies, date, examination rate, and personal details. Set the tone with your speakers as they get the full event arrival experience, landing up in their own backstage room, one place for them to do all their dry runs, see the live auditorium feed, and go into the live studio. When they are ready, the online studio delivers a full production quality event experience. Speakers have the option to control their own presentations and can present on the move from a laptop, mobile phone, or tablet without compromising quality. The online studio allows for name tags, camera angles, video stings, content overlays, panel discussion, transitions, and animations, all from our professional online studio. Go beyond PowerPoint with your content, as our team helps you deliver content in innovative and cutting-edge ways that keeps your audience engaged. Our data allows you to track everything your guests do. Where did they go? What did they do? What did they click on? Allowing in-depth insights on how to re-engage your entire registration list with post-event content. As live events start re-emerging, leverage our team's experience with hybrid events to increase your audience attendance by removing geographical or travel limitations, producing cost benefits, and measurable ROI. We understand an event is more than just content delivery. It's about creating rapport with your audience, holding their attention, and keeping them engaged. So let our team of tech and events experts ensure your event becomes the experience they remember.
Okay, everyone. So that gives you a very nice overview of all the things that we're about and how they can all operate and work. There's some other areas that I'd like to cover and just really give you some insight to what makes us a little different. And to our volunteers in the chat, I'm just going to skip ahead and see who they were from a chat perspective. So give me a moment here. If I could please ask how they did, just get my little feedback happening change there. If I could ask that Karen, Natasha, Helene, and Kerry, if you guys can just prep yourselves mentally, because in about 20 minutes or so, in about 10 minutes or so, we're going to be pulling you on stage with us and showing you some of the live capabilities of what we can do with and how we can pull you on stage to really interact and do things a little differently. So the first thing I just want to quickly touch on, and I'm going to really keep this at very high levels, and that's the engagement. The idea really is that you can engage your audience. You can do things in the action area. You can pull things up in and around the audience. You've got huge amounts of gamification. Games that people can play, rebuilding a brand, as you saw there, doing quizzes, finding words, finding objects. We've got 45 games that focus around your client's brand, their product, the message on the day. And we suggest for a 2-hour event, you're looking for at least 4 engagements, and that's stuff we do in the live action area, and around 2 games. 2 games that you can literally have them doing something fun and different and exciting in a very easy manner. And I think one of the big new features that we're going to unveil today is going to show you how we can really leverage that. Before, when someone did a game, they might step away somewhere or do something in another area. We've managed to bring that technology onto the page without anyone moving anywhere, and I'll show that to you in a moment. The other area that I want to quickly touch on is the rewards and incentives page. This allows your guests to earn a badge and by doing certain actions, that when they unveil a certain amount of badges, they get a chance to have a win and spin. And I'll pull these up in a moment to understand what we mean by that. But you could, as an example, an audience member finding the auditorium, they earn a badge. The audience member going to one of your booths that are available, they find a badge. For downloading a white paper, it could give them a badge. For chatting with the booth operator or going to a breakout, they could earn a badge. And what happens is that maybe you've only got 1 or 2 items to give away on a given event. What is really great about including the win and spin as part of this is that if you unlock 3 badges, you get a win and spin. If you unlock 5 badges or all the badges, you might get 2 or 3 win and spins. So everybody feels like they've got a chance to win. Everyone gets the excitement of this. And that really is critical in how we deliver this. So on this basis, I'm going to jump a little ahead of the agenda just because I think it's relevant. So I'm going to put my colleague Alex on the spot a bit here. And I want to show you a new feature that is an absolute game changer. This is something we excited. Jadev hasn't even seen this feature. It's still in development. It comes out this week on Thursday, and it's going to be a critical new area that we want to bring in. So Alex, if I could ask you to please pull up the studio video picture. So what you are seeing here, just so I can paint the picture, this is the hackathon auditorium, like you are in an auditorium now. From Thursday, we've got the ability to make things, whatever you like on screen, appear whenever we want at anywhere on the screen. So before we do this big unveil, this prompt what that means. You're watching the live feed, you got the action area. We suddenly want to make a countdown clock appear at the top of the screen. We can do it. We suddenly want to make a game appear at the bottom of the screen. We can do it. We want that chat to suddenly morph into something else. We can do it. And so every page throughout the platform is a wet canvas that at any point can evolve. So I'm going to ask my colleague Alex in this screen over here to make a win and spin appear. So you're going to get a 2-for-1 over here. We could be saying to you as the audience right now, audience, we would like you to get involved. You're going to see a win and spin appear below your screen, like Alex has done there. Alex, if you can scroll down so we can get a better view of it. We've pulled this up for one of our other clients, Digicator. Alex is going to spin the wheel over there. He goes in, he gets a spin being an audience member. Give us a spin there, Alex. And we've obviously got him on mute, so you're not hearing all the fanfare and all the areas going around. And in theory, that person would win a prize and go on. Alex, if I could ask you to make that disappear now, we've had a bit of fun around that. If I could ask you to switch that feature off and take it away. So that's the whole little game sequence that you were seeing over there. And now that Alex has brought that on, at a point in time, he can absolutely remove that feature in a live capacity. He's just got to go in and unpublish it and take it away now. It disappears and as if it was never there. Now, this is why we are really excited to have you, the Flooid team, online with us today. This is a significant game changer because every room can evolve in and around the speaker area. You're not just limited to the video content. You can have limited times offer suddenly appear on screen. You can have a countdown clock suddenly appear. So you can have games appear and disappear, lead forms, other videos, secondary rooms. You've got, I see Alex is now playing around and showing off and making a button appear there that's slightly grayed out, a teaser element of what is to come. And this is something, I'm just going to zoom in a little bit on it so you can just see that a bit better. So you can see he's unveiling buttons, below the screen there. And yes, they're a little grayed out right now because of the design he's used. But you can get the idea that you've now got literally a wet canvas that you can use and adapt at any point. So this is something we're very excited about. I think it's got a lot of massive potential. I think while we start discussing some of the breakaway areas, another area that I just want to quickly highlight is the notification center. And you're going to experience this firsthand now. We've got the ability to send a message to a room at any point in time. And it can literally be to a room, to a group of people. And through that message, we can navigate them in other areas. So we're going to send a message out and only the 4 volunteers, Carrie, Karen, Helen, and Kerry. Natasha was the last one. If I could have you as our 4 volunteers jumping into studio with me, Alex is now going to send this message out. You're going to see on screen Flooid. We would like to bring you up for our mentalist show, which is going to be taking place in 2 or 3 minutes time. And for only those 4 volunteers, if I could ask you to click on that link, that will bring you into studio with us. and you can see some of the power of the notification center and how at any point we can redirect the audience to points that, for limited time offers, to various areas, to various venues. And again, if you're thinking of a grouping within an event, we could send that to a very specific group of people and navigate them as and where we require. So to the 4 ladies, if I could ask you to jump in and click on that link and come join me in here as we start prepping for Larry's show. Building up to the next area that I'd like to quickly cover is our breakaway rooms. I'm not going to cover that too much because you're going to experience that firsthand now, but we have our own embedded meeting tool that we've built into the platform. It is super new as well. It's only been out a week and a half. We brought it out specifically for a major event that we're doing with Vodacom as well. And the idea behind the breakout room is you can seamlessly have a meeting without downloading or needing an app. The second thing is we got video in video. So you can literally, let's just say you're doing something, you turn something into a video within a video, and you can navigate somewhere else. So you could go to your emails for half an hour and still be getting live content. So that's something we're excited to have. And to those of you who are jumping into studio, Helen, welcome. Carrie, welcome. Great to have you here. We'll deal with you guys in a moment. So you can just sit backstage and be comfortable as we build up to that. And other couple of areas I'd like to quickly mention is the live entertainment. What online events has done, and with Larry being on the call today, is that it's opened up a global stage of brilliant online entertainment. Online entertainment that has an incredible connection and works phenomenally, and lends itself to online content. So the big unveil that we've got today that I'll be introducing in a moment is Larry Schoffer, the Illusionists and Mentalists. We've worked with Larry for the last 16 months, and he is absolutely cutting edge. There hasn't been one show that I've watched that hasn't been as impressive, as intriguing. And I don't know how he does keeping his content as relevant as he does, because every time he's got something new, something different that just blows your mind. And we're excited to unveil him. He's one of the key partnerships that we have brought on for our entertainment. Another one is the world famous Sand Lady. There's a South African version of them as well. And what I love about what they do is, you saw it on the video clip, is they create these lovely transitions between speakers, introducing topics, big award ceremony unveils. Where before an award ceremony has a stage, has a label pop out, has something like that happen, the whole idea on this over here, it allows us to do this big message and this big unveil that we can message out. I see that Carrie is saying that Natasha didn't get the pop-up. Alex, if I could ask you to send it out again, please. So that Natasha, you can jump on that little link that we've sent you over there. And Laville, I think, sorry, reading small writing over there. I could ask you to jump in the background over here if I could get you to click on that link as well. Other areas, live DJs, live music, dedications. That's one of the areas that Kerry has pushed with us. A great use of licensing technology that allows us now to play music live within the streams, within the song rights. Your audience can do dedications. We've got live DJ feeds. You saw some of it in that 7-minute video. So we're excited about those areas. And then the last area I want to discuss before moving on to our entertainment for the day is the AV benefits. The fact that you can run a full online studio. I didn't put a green screen up today. I just wanted to keep this casual so you can see what it looks like on a mobile phone or tablet. The best part about what you're seeing is the ability for us to play around with content. And I'm going to get a little fancy over here and take over from studio. So I'm going to pull up, I'm going to go to one of our other clients' areas and just want to show you some of the cool things you can do here. You being in an online AV studio, content doesn't have to be boring PowerPoint slides anymore. You can introduce topics. So by framing the area over here. So for you as Flooid, here are some great branding opportunities for you to be able to do with your clients. So I might be wanting to move on to the new Circuit product that I'd like to unveil. And the idea really around Circuit is how we use data to allocate roles very effectively. And you can see those type of overlays popping up. I can pull up examples of how something can look as on a mobile phone. Maybe I've got some tips that I'd like you to be aware of. And I can pull up some tips and overlays. And I know some of you have seen these in as part of the hackathon discussions. But I just wanted to give you as a team, the use of overlays and animations within the studio is a massive way to just deliver content in different manners. You can pull up your, I don't have my iPad connected now, but you get the idea. You can pull up your iPad live and draw things out. You can pull up digital brochures that you can literally leverage and message around. And this is, really using your camera within the camera view more effectively. This is a massive part about what online studios can do. And Alex, you can take over and switch those off and be back in control over there. But online AV has allowed you to deliver high quality AV experiences, countdown videos, stings, all the wow factor you're going to see as we move over to Larry, and as you've experienced thus far, the music, the vibe, the green screen components, and to do so in a way that is incredibly cost effective, to do so in a way that doesn't compromise quality, but yet gives you the reach of those low bandwidth areas, that African footprint, those people out a little outside of Joburg, those people who are being load shed can still have a great overall experience. And the fact that Vodacom and other clients of ours have literally had presentations from their phone while they're driving, presenting or talking, controlling their slides. That's another big one for Vodacom. A number of the Vodacom tools don't allow them to control their own slides. Those are little things that we're very excited about. So with no further ado, I'd like to take a little break. You've heard a lot. You've been told a lot about our platform. I would like you all to kick back and enjoy our next 20-minute show before us taking you to a breakout room and having a closed-door discussion with you. But with great excitement, and Larry, as always, you just know how to blow us away. I would thank you for the support. Thank you for really keeping edge, and doing things so differently. I would like to introduce you and hand over to none other than the great, incredible mentalist, Larry Soffer.
Is that Prince Harry?
Oh my word!
This will be unbelievable. So you ready for this?
Yeah.
Big bang. You see it?
Oh my god!
Stop, that was an F.
Nice, yo. That's crazy, dude. Whoa.
Thank you, Mike, for that wonderful introduction. My name's Larry Soffer, and I'm a mentalist. I read minds, I predict the future, I bend metal, I do weird and wonderful things that you're going to get to experience some of right here, right now. So we're going to have a lot of fun here today. We're going to get some people up onto the stage with us because this is very interactive, all right? So we're going to get, while we're getting some people up onto the stage, we're going to get started with a little bit of a warm-up just to get you onto the swing of things. So whether you're on the stage or not, on the screen or not, I want you to partake with me right now. So everybody raise your right hand like this. And we're going to get other people up onto the stage. Here they come. Nice to have you all here. And take your right index finger and your thumb and place it together so you create a little circle. Right. Like I said, if you're not on the stage right now, I want you all to do this at home, whether you're on the stage or not, all right? So everybody take that circle and place it on your chin. This is your chin, everyone. But for those of you who thought that this was your chin, that just shows me how easily you're going to be able to be influenced here today. And let me see who we have here. That's Carrie, I think. Yes, Carrie, you thought that this was your chin, so we're going to get started with you. All right? So, Carrie, Carrie is all part of the fun. We're going to get started with a game of influence, okay? Because seeing that you thought that this was your chin, that just shows me how easily you're going to be able to be influenced here today. So let's try this out. You ready for this, Carrie? You can unmute yourself, but we heard you say yes, all right? Well, we saw you say yes, at least. So, Carrie, my first objective is to actually influence your mind to think of a particular playing card. That playing card is upside down in this box over here, and I believe in my ability so much so that if I get this wrong, Carrie, I'm going to teach you how to do this effect. Does that sound pretty cool?
Cool.
Okay, cool. So, Carrie, your first choice is the color. So all you have to do is think whether it's a red card or a black card. Remember that both colors have two suits. So hearts and diamonds in the reds and clubs and spades in the blacks. So all you have to do is just think of the color right now, not of the suit. Tell me when you've made up your mind.
Yeah.
Carrie, immediately when I look at you, I'm getting that you've gone for the wrong color. Can you just change to the opposite color and then tell everybody what that color is right now?
Red.
Red. So you initially went for black, yes?
Yeah.
And then I was able to read your mind and coax you into changing to red. But other than that, this seems pretty fair, would you say?
Pretty.
Okay, good. Now that you've got the black cards, Carrie, like I said, there's clubs and spades in the black. The club is the black flower, and the spade is the black upside down heart. Whichever one you choose, that's the one that we'll use, Carrie. But just bear in mind that most people in your position would go for the club. But maybe I'm only telling you that to influence you to change to the spade instead. Or maybe I'm giving you this whole scenario so I can influence your mind to try and trick me and stay with the club. So you tell me, Carrie, what are you going to go for, clubs or spades?
Spades.
Spades. So imagine I'm spreading all the spades out here across the table, right? And you see number cards and you see picture cards. Sorry, just had to get something there for a second. So imagine you see number cards and you see picture cards. Whichever ones you choose, those are the ones that we'll use. Numbers or pictures, Carrie?
Numbers.
Numbers. So you imagine that all the cards are spread out across the table. You see number cards, you see picture cards, you chose numbers. Imagine I'm pushing out one number card in your mind, and one number card just stands out, just pops out in your mind. Which one is it, Carrie?
2.
2. So you say the 2 of spades, right?
Yeah.
Not the 2 of clubs, but the 2 of spades.
2 of spades.
This pack has been sitting here the entire time in full view. You can see it's got a little sticky dot on it. Yeah? Don't know if you can see that over there. It says number 20. The reason why it says number 20, Carrie, is because I placed one card upside down at position number 20. This is so crazy. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This is number 19, Kerry. I almost showed you the next one down. The next one down is number 20. You could have chosen any number, any color, any card at all, but you chose the?
Black.
2 of?
Spades.
19, 20.
Very cool.
Now, Carrie, I know what some people are thinking. They're going, okay, that was amazing. But somehow with sleight of hand, Larry tricked us and he put that 2 of spades upside down without us being able to see, right? But I don't want you to give me credit for the wrong thing here, Carrie, because I really did influence you to think of the 2 of spades. And to prove it, I made the 2 of spades the only blue back card. And Carrie, not only that, but I was so confident in my ability to influence you to think of the 2 of spades that I didn't even bother to bring the other cards. Thank you very much.
That's very cool.
Carrie.
Very
You're
cool.
fantastic. Thank you. Now, I know it seems a little bit awkward clapping in our own homes alone, and you could feel how awkward that felt. It was like we have to clap silently, right? So I want to show you how we do the virtual round of applause. So everybody raise your hands like this. And I want you to move your hands back and forth like this, but nice and fast. And that's the virtual round of applause. So what you're going to do when you want to show some love? Amazing. So everybody, once again, give Carrie a huge round of applause. You are amazing. Thanks so much, Carrie. Great. So we're going to take this a little bit further right now. And let's, let me just get this a little bit, your name, Helene, is that right? Yes? Helene,
Yes.
are you, okay, great. Nice to meet you. Where are you from, Helene?
Pretoria.
Pretoria. Okay, great. So Helene, do you have your cell phone with you?
I do.
Okay, great. And do you have a friend that we can call?
Very little, but yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. You know what? We're going to use your phone in just a little bit because I want to get somebody, because I want to use you in just a bit, Hillian, and you can keep yourself unmuted for now. Let's go over to Karen. Karen, are you, do you have your cell phone with you?
I do.
Okay, and do you have like a friend or family member you can call?
I can.
Okay, great. So Karen, I'm going to have a look into the future and I'm going to try and perceive a number between 1 and 100 that your friend or family member will choose before you even call this person here today. Does that sound pretty cool?
Yep.
Okay, even though we're kilometers apart, right? Like where are you situated?
At the moment, I'm in Midrand.
In Midrand. Okay, cool. So even though we're many kilometers apart, I'm going to try and perceive what the number this person is going to think of, and hopefully I can also get the person's name. So well, don't tell me who you're going to call. Just tell me whether it's a male or female.
Female.
Female. And is it a friend or a family member?
My girlfriend.
Okay, great. So here we go. I'm going to have a look into the future and I'm going to try and perceive a number between 1 and 100 that your girlfriend will choose before you even call her here today. Sound pretty cool?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Okay, I've got a number. Now, don't tell me your girlfriend's name. Just think it in your mind. Excellent. Okay. I've got something here. Karen, here we go. I'm going to leave the board over here in full view for you to see. You can see that nice and clearly?
Yep.
I'm going to leave my marker here on the table, and I'm going to be very fair about this. Okay, I'm going to leave it here in full view. I want you to go ahead, give your girlfriend a call. And for the first time, I've already written down, I've already committed to what I've perceived from your mind right now and what I perceived in the future, just a few seconds into the future at least. And I've written that down on the board. I'm going to leave this here in full view. What is your girlfriend's name?
Christina.
Christina. And is that you calling her?
Christina, just hold on quickly for me. We're doing a session with Larry, and he's going to prompt you to do a couple of things. Larry, do you want to speak? See if you can hear Larry.
Okay, well, Karen, first of all, just so everybody knows, how do you spell Christina? Because you could spell that in many different ways.
Christina without the H.
Without the H, so it's Christina, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool. And it could have even been with a K or it could have been a C-O.
Yeah.
Say again?
Yeah, with an A.
With an A, yes. And it could have been with a K or with a C or a CH, but it's Christina. And ask Christina to choose any number that she would like between 1 and 100. She can change her mind as many times as she likes until she's happy.
Okay, did you hear that? I want you to choose a number, 100, and you can change your mind 50 times if you feel like it.
Okay. Must I say the number?
No?
Okay.
Yeah, she can say it now.
She say it?
She can say
okay,
it.
you can. Okay. What is it?
Okay, so I've got it.
What
it's
is
11.
11. Okay, so Christina said 11. There's no way I could have known that you were going to choose your girlfriend because Christina. There's no way I could have known that she would have chosen number 11, right?
Correct.
In fact, Karen, you didn't even know that you were going to be chosen up until just a moment ago when I chose you, right?
Correct.
And this is what's so crazy. It says, Christina will say 11.
Perfect. Well done. Well done.
Thank you very much, everybody. Karen, you were fantastic. And so were you, Christina. Thank you.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Great. So let me just wipe this up over here. Nice and clean.
Didn't you get Susan? I was thinking of Susan. I tried to confuse you because I've played with you before.
So
I was like, Susan, what's her name? Susan.
Oh, I see,
Well
I
done.
see. Okay. Well, thank you very much. Everybody give Karen another huge round of applause. Great. So I want to take this even further. Helene, you have your cell phone with you, right?
I do.
Okay, great. And Helene, are you able to go into your internet browser, like your Google Chrome or Safari or whatever it is?
Yeah.
And I want you to type in this full question. You're going to type in how many words are there on Wikipedia?
On my phone.
Yes.
How many words are on
Wikipedia.
Wiki?
And I'm going to show you all how insanely impossible this next effect is that I'm about to do with Helene. All right?
Okay,
And
must
once you
I then
press search,
open
Helene,
the...
yes. So once you press search, you should see a website that says Wiki Count, and you can just click into that for me. And once you've done that, show us on your screen what it says.
Must I turn it around like this?
Yes.
Oh, wait.
So you can see, oh, there we go. So you can see it says there are approximately 6 million articles in the English Wikipedia as of today, right? Is it as of
Yeah.
today, Helene? Okay, great.
Yes.
And does it say how many words there are per article?
Yeah. 1371.
1371. Okay, cool. So 1371 times 6 million approximately, and we'll just do approximate calculation here, is you don't have to work it out, Helene, but it's somewhere between 9 and 10 billion words on Wikipedia. Helene, I'm going to read your mind on one of those 9 to 10 billion words, and that's how insanely impossible this next effect is that I'm about to do with you. So let me just get my marker here. We'll just leave this right here. And Helene, are you able to scroll down and visit Wikipedia?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Once you're inside Wikipedia, I want you to go into the little magnifying glass toward the top of your screen. There's a little gray line where it says Wikipedia and a magnifying glass. Click on that magnifying glass for me and type in any friend or family member's name, somebody who there's no way that I could ever possibly know.
Okay. Must I search?
You know what? Why don't you delete every single letter and rather type in a celebrity's name instead? That way you will know that that you'll definitely get an article. So type in the person's full name. So if it was Michael, you'd say Michael Jackson. I don't think of Michael Jackson now that I've said it. Unless it's somebody like Adele, then you just type in the one name, right? And once you press search, you should get like a picture of the person, and then you should get like a description below that picture. And I don't want you to think of anything in the description because I don't want you to give away who that celebrity is. So scroll past the description for me. And Helene, scroll into the article. So now you've got a celebrity, you're scrolling down into the article, and I want you to think of a word within that article with 7 letters or more. So you know that if I get this right, this will be super impressive, first of all. But second of all, it will be like disrelated. It will be a random word. Have you got something? So it's a completely random word, and it's a nice long word with 7 letters or more. So if I get this right, this will be impressive, right? Great. So Helene, can you place your phone face down for me? And just raise your hand like this for me, just your right hand.
Right then.
And Helene, we're going to form a connection right now, even though we're many kilometers apart. You're in Pretoria right now. So even though we're many kilometers apart, I'm going to try and get inside your mind and get what you're thinking. First of all, would you all agree that right now, it's impossible for me to know what Helene's word is? Give me a thumbs up if you agree. Yes? Impossible, right? In fact, Helene, you didn't even touch that word and show anybody else in the room, right?
No, there's nobody.
As you were scrolling, you just thought of a random word, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So I'm going to try and get this word from your mind right now. You're going to feel like a tingling sensation on the palm of your hand. So I want you to put your attention on the palm of your hand over here. Just set your mind on the palm of your hand, and you're going to feel like a buzzing kind of feeling. Do you feel like a little pins and needles or buzzing kind of sensation? Excellent.
Yes.
That's the connection that we have right now, Helene. In your mind, Helene, I want you to repeat the first letter of your word over and over, just in your mind, over and over, like R, R. It's not an R. Is it an A? What's the first letter of your word?
O.
Oh, because I was getting an R or an A. Is there an A in your word?
Yes.
That's probably what I was seeing. Excellent. So from the letter O, I want you to spell out, you said it starts with an O, right?
Yes.
Can you spell out your word letter by letter, just in your mind, never out loud? Start now. Stop. That was a C, the third letter down.
Yes.
Excellent. From the letter C, and keep looking at me. Keep spelling now. Stop, Helene. That was an S that you just saw in your mind.
Yes.
And in your mind right now, you're freaking out and you skipped all the way to the end of the word. You were thinking somehow Larry knows what my word is, and went all the way to the end of the word and looked at a letter S.
I did.
Yes. Okay, good. We definitely connected over here. Leon, I don't know what your word is. Can you relax your hand for me, please? Okay, great. We're going to try and get your word over here. Just look at me. Okay. Yeah, I think it's like this. Helene, if I have your word, one of 9 to 10 billion words on Wikipedia right now, this would be insane, yes?
Yep.
Helene, for the first time, tell everybody, what is the word that you're merely thinking of?
Occasions. Sure.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, what's even crazier, and so you thought of occasions over here, and we can rub this out. Let me just get this cloth over here, and we'll rub it out completely. So, Helene, you thought of occasions, but before you thought of occasions, you thought of a celebrity, right?
Yes.
This is a male.
Yes.
I'm getting like, you think this guy's good looking, yes?
Yes.
But like, kind of like, because I'm not getting like Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise or anything like that. I'm getting somebody a little bit more obscure, but
Yes.
still very famous. Still very
Yes.
famous. In fact, when I said obscure, you were thinking, yeah, and he's a bit weird too.
Yep.
Johnny Depp?
Yes.
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 Now, what's
Sure.
even crazier is before you thought of Johnny Depp, you thought of a family member, right?
Friend, yes.
A friend. It's a female,
Yes.
blondish, hazelish color hair.
No.
Well, I'm getting lighter hair than yours. Is it like a lighter brown or?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I want you to imagine this friend over here in your mind. Never say anything out loud. You didn't even search for your friend, did you?
No.
I don't even think you fully got to type in the person's name because you searched for Johnny Depp instead, right?
Yes.
So if I could get this person's name from your mind right now, this would be out of this world, yes?
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. I want you to imagine her over here in your mind. Never say anything out loud. Just in your mind, say hello and say her name. Never move your lips. I don't want anybody to think I'm good at lip reading here. So here we go. So you'd say hello. Lindy? Or Linda? Is it Linda?
Yep.
Yes.
It's Linda.
Thank you very much. Everybody, Hillian,
Wow.
give a huge round of applause. You were fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Very interesting.
You're very welcome. Now, you know, Hillian, what I just did with you right now, I believe that we all have these abilities. So, Natasha, do you believe that it's possible to read minds?
Absolutely.
So Natasha, I knew that we would believe that it's possible, or that you do believe that it's possible, and that's why I left you up till last. And Natasha, you're going to read my mind right now, and I'm just going to get this out here for you and show you. I've actually got a name of a friend of mine inside this box over here. Let me just show it to you. Can you see that there? There's a little card inside the box, and I'm going to let it rest here in full view the entire time so you can see it, all right? It's completely sealed, and I'll let it rest here in full view. Okay, cool. And we're going to leave that there in full view, and I'm also going to take my watch off just to set my watch to an exact time, because I believe that we all have these abilities. So Natasha, seeing that you believe that it's possible to read minds, right now you're going to read my mind on a memory that I've got in my head. Let me just push in the stem and then leave this over here. Natasha, I want you to think of the person who I'm thinking of. So I want you to look at me, and I want you to get whether it's a male or female. I'm not going to tell you any information here. And we're going to also try and get the person's name. And bear in mind, this is extremely difficult. So Natasha, if you get this wrong, it's totally cool, okay?
Okay.
But Natasha, if you get this right, this will be unbelievable. So you ready for this?
Sure.
Okay, cool. So I was at an event. I walked up to this person because this person's a friend of mine, and we started talking. And I want you to tell me if this person is a male or a female. Just look at me and tell me.
It's a male.
What did you get? A male. Interesting. Natasha, sit straight up in your chair for me. Put both feet flat on the floor, both hands flat on your knees, and take a deep breath in. And breathe out. Excellent. And Natasha, I want you to tell me right now, what is this person's name? What did you get, Natasha? Don't doubt yourself.
I got a David.
So you say David is inside there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to leave that box there in full view. So imagine I'm speaking with David, and at some point I look down at my watch and I see an exact hour and an exact minute. And I've placed that hour and that minute on that watch over there, and I'm leaving that there in full view the entire time. So Natasha, I want you to look at me and tell me, what is that hour and what is that minute?
It's 11:01.
11:01. Yes? This is so crazy, Natasha. I have no idea how you knew it was exactly 11:01. Can you see that there, Natasha?
Natasha, your face.
Natasha, you knew that it was 11:01, and not only that, Natasha, but somehow you knew that this friend of mine was a male, and somehow you got this person's name. This box has been sitting here the entire time in full view. It's been completely sealed. Before this event even began, I wrote down my friend's name. I wrote down exactly
Look at Elian. I'm embarrassing myself for you, Natasha. I've never seen your face like this.
and maybe you've never seen her so silent either, right?
Exactly.
Natasha, I have no idea how you knew it was exactly David and 11:01. Everybody give yourselves a huge round of applause. You were fantastic. It's been lovely being here with all of you. I'm Larry Soffer. Thanks so much, Natasha. Thanks so much, everyone.
Thanks,
Have a
Larry.
great afternoon.
Yes, Larry.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
And again, Larry, new content. I don't know how you keep going back to the drawing board and doing what you do. And as always, incredibly entertaining. And thank you to the four ladies just for being such good sports and coming up in here. It just makes such a difference to have everyone part of the overall experience. So what I'd like to do is have a quick breakout now. So Before we do the breakout, a little event survey will pop up on screen, just again for you to see all aspects of what it is that we can do. So for those of you who are still waiting in the studio, you'll notice on studio. For those of you who are waiting in the auditorium, you'll see a little survey pop up, and you can just go through and see an overall survey experience. But more importantly, both of you, for the group that is in the studio and for the group that is waiting in the auditorium, we're going to have a couple of messages go out right now. We would like you to jump into the either, Alex, are we going to put the auditorium, or are we going to send people directly to the breakout room? Okay, so you will notice we're going to send out a notification. We would like you all to jump into a breakout room with us. So you will notice in the auditorium is going to be a message that's going to go out. We're also going to put it in the chat. Both of these will take you through into the breakout room. For those of you who are still in studio with us, Alex will put the link inside the studio chat so you can go across seamlessly as well. And if I could ask everybody to come join us in the breakout room, we just want to show you one other room. We can have a two-way communication. We can talk about things a little bit more effectively, and you're going to experience another tool of ours. So it's been an absolute pleasure hosting you. For those of you who aren't going to be joining us and going through to the auditorium, you'll see a nice little 3D experience. And if I could ask you all to make your way across to the breakout room to join JDev and I on that side. Thank you to the Flooid team. Thank you to our team for joining as well. To our new studio hands, I hope you enjoyed the overall experience, and looking forward to everyone now having a bit of a chat. Thanks, everyone. Lovely being with you.